And if Mr. Whittle perseveres, I give him credit for that, but he's barking up some wrong trees.
Demolition of a former Longboat Key resort was on schedule, but not anymore. Why a pending lawsuit has put a delay in construction.
Plus, Sarasota County clears another legal hurdle over the Lido Beach renourishment project.
And how a project meant to improve downtown Venice is hurting some of the businesses there. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter.
I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks for being with us this evening. Our top story, the former Colony Beach Resort on Longboat Key is now covered in huge piles of debris. Today, we got an update on the timeline for the site's completed demolition and what the holdup has been.
ABC 7's Taylor Torregano is live on Longboat Key with why a pending lawsuit and turtle nesting season are two factors for the future of this land. Taylor?
Jacqueline, Scott, I'm told by the developer who plans to build a new resort at this site that this demolition continues on schedule. But it's been nearly 3 months, and you can see those buildings that line the waterfront are still standing. Well, that's because those are off limits until the end of turtle nesting season. This looks like the end, but it's only the beginning.
Unicorp is a long way away from developing a new condominium at the Colony.
Dan Lobeck is the attorney representing a couple who still owns one of the units that was formerly the Colony Beach Resort. They're trying to stop Chuck Whittle, president of Unicorp National Developments, from taking undisputed ownership of the property. He wants to build a new St. Regis hotel and condos.
Whittle is saying, just give me the property, give me the condominium. The court doesn't have the power to do that. It has to go up to a public auction where other developers have a chance to buy the property instead. And that's what my client prefers. That's what we think we'll get. Mr. Whittle has grand illusions, but they have not come to reality, far from it.
Of course, Mr. Whittle says quite the opposite.
We've offered them reasonable amounts of money to buy them out, and they are just greedy. And so therefore, we filed for the legal suit, the termination suit, which is a remedy available to us. It's a Florida statute that allows for termination of a condo when the condo is of economic waste and not usable.
Lobeck says the law calls for a public auction of the site, but Whittle is confident that the courts will grant him the ownership he needs to start construction on the St. Regis.
We'll be done with the plans probably February, March of next year, and then we'll apply for a permit. So we expect to have our permit the middle of next year, and if all goes well, we'll be able to conclude the termination lawsuit by the middle of next year as well.
The fate of a site with 40 years of history now in the hands of a single judge to decide.
Chuck Whittle shouldn't count his quarters yet.
I wish Dan would quit being an obstacle and help get this thing done, but yeah, that's the way the world rolls.
Now, Whittle says this demolition is about 75% done, and he expects by the first week of December it will be complete. I'm live in Longboat Key. Taylor Torregano, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Taylor, thank you. And first alert traffic tonight, more roundabouts could soon be coming to two busy roads in Manatee County. Manatee County commissioners asking the county's public works staff to look into converting several intersections into roundabouts. 5 areas are being considered, 2 on Honore Avenue and 3 on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard. Those intersections do not have a large number of accidents, but some residents have complained about it being difficult to get in and out of their neighborhoods because of that busy traffic.
A big victory for the city of Sarasota. A judge has tossed out a lawsuit that tried to block the city's planned dredging of Big Pass to rebuild parts of Lido Beach. Some people on Siesta Key are worried their beaches will be negatively affected if Big Pass is dredged. But now that the lawsuit is out of the picture, the city is moving forward with its plan. Right now, the city is struggling to keep the Lido shoreline from eroding any further, and after Hurricane Michael wiped out large sandbags along the shore, the city plans to replace those sandbags in the near future to continue to protect the area through the rest of hurricane season.
And speaking of the beach, today would have been a great day for it. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob?
I was out in the water today. It was beautiful out there. No hint of red tide. We have the latest red tide report coming in here in just a few minutes. The Holmes Beach webcam, these folks got a chance to get out there on the beach and enjoyed it. You can see quite a few beach umbrellas right there in that little spot. The winds out of the east-southeast throughout most of the morning, although a little west coast sea breeze has developed, and it's along that west coast sea breeze that we are starting to see a few showers and some of that rain pretty heavy now in South Sarasota County. 91 degrees, yeah, feels like 100 degrees. Sure doesn't seem like fall, does it? The humidity at 57%, the pressure 30.07 inches. And as far as temperatures go, there is a frontal boundary just to the north of central portions of Alabama and Georgia right now, but out ahead of it, it's very warm across the region. 90 now in Orlando, 91 here. And temperatures all pretty much into the low 90s east of I-75. If you're right on the water where that sea breeze has kicked in, it has cooled somewhat. 85 now at Cortez. Venice, you're at 84. Look out, there's a shower developing just to the east of you. It feels like 99 in Northport, and the water temperature 85 degrees. You can see from the Titan radar picture, we're starting to see some showers popping up along that sea breeze front with that east to southeasterly wind. A few moderate to heavy showers developing near Punta Gorda and also near Charlotte Harbor, near Placida, Rotunda. And there's that one near Inglewood, just to the north of Inglewood, pushing off to the west-southwest. And some rain falling now near US 41, near Laurel Road, stretching off toward Nokomis. This is moving to the, as I said, west-southwest at around 5 to 10 miles an hour. Not much to it. It tried to get a little bit of a vertical development right there near the Venetian, but then is starting to diminish. There's another one popping up just to the north, to the east of Palmer Ranch. That sea breeze is right here, and we're going to see other showers trying to develop right along it through the next couple of hours. And then the activity will start to move off into the Gulf of Mexico, where we could see some lightning out there. But right now, generally the winds are out of the east, although if you live right near the coast, it's a west wind. We'll have much more in our forecast coming up in just a few. Back to you.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you, Bob. The Florida Supreme Court is overturning a decision to toss 3 proposed constitutional amendments off of the November 6th ballot. Today's ruling means that voters can still vote on Amendments 7, 9, and 11. Last month, a lower court ruled that the items should be struck from the ballot because they bundled different issues. Amendment 7 would provide state university benefits for children of first responders who die on the job and require a supermajority vote before university boards of trustees could raise fees. Amendment 9 would ban oil drilling in state waters and also ban vaping in indoor workplaces. Amendment 11 would remove language deemed obsolete from the state constitution. In Sarasota County, Supervisor of Elections Ron Turner is sending sample ballots out this week to all county voters who have not requested vote-by-mail ballots for the general election. He urges voters to study their sample ballots before voting and recommends marking them and taking them with them when they go to vote to use as a reference guide.
An update now on the delay in the downtown Venice construction project after some business owners spoke at last week's city council meeting about the hardships they're facing from this project. Mayor John Hollick is looking for some answers. He wants to know how far behind the schedule the project is, why, if there's a way to catch up, and if there's any way to make the project less painful to those merchants. The city engineer said changes to the project are partially responsible for the delay, and she says the contractor is now trying to expedite work and bringing in additional crews. And Venice introducing its new Adopt a Park program. Citizen groups, schools, businesses can help the city in beautifying its parks by volunteering to pick up trash and litter and just keeping the parks looking good. Those groups would need to clean up the parks a minimum of 4 times a year, and those groups would then be recognized with signs in the parks. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, the midweek report from the state is out on the current red tide conditions. The bloom is still lingering in parts of the Suncoast.
And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast, plus how a mystery illness is impacting children across the country.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is real.
You can recover.
It's possible. It happens every day.
Never give up on yourself.
Discover hope and help.
I thought I was too far gone. I wasn't.
Join the Voices for Recovery.
The world is a beautiful place again.
For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral for mental and substance use disorders for you or someone you know, call 1-800-662-HELP.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 15% on our premium finishes during the California Closets Autumn Upgrade event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire, for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Blue 32, Blue 32, hut hut! It's the Ghetto Gridiron Challenge. The game's on to sell 2,000 vehicles. 12 teams compete for the #1 spot. Score a great deal at every Ghetto dealership. Buy with 0 down. Make no payments for 90 days. Choose from 14 of your favorite brands, all on sale. Who will make it to the end zone? You decide. Rush to a Ghetto location near you or visit Ghetto.com.
Ghetto's got it.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
A home can be much more than just a house. But for some of our neighbors, home means uncertainty and isolation. At Rebuilding Together, we turn houses into homes and revitalize our communities. Because a neighborhood is more than just houses and streets. It's familiar faces and open arms. Join the movement to ensure everyone can live in a safe home and community. Become a rebuilder today.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 15% on our premium finishes during the California Closets Autumn Upgrade event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
The midweek red tide report from Florida Fish and Wildlife is out, and it shows still much lower concentrations over much of the coastline. Bloom concentrations of red tide decreased in Manatee County, showing low to very low levels of red tide in certain areas. In Sarasota County, where there were high concentrations of the bloom near one site near New Pass, also some reports of fish kills, but respiratory irritation was reported in some areas this past week in both Sarasota and Manatee counties. But you know, when you compare this to a month ago, you know, it's much improved.
Yeah, and I can tell you, just a first-hand experience, went right through New Pass a couple of times today, and no ill effects, and we had a southeast wind, so it would have blown that way. Yeah. And there's been a lot of folks out there sailing, too, because there's a big championship taking place right now, and they didn't seem to have any problems either, and we did catch some fish, so that's all good. We are looking at the latest red tide map right here from the FWC, and you can see the red still showing up in Pinellas County. It's been decreasing overall in Manatee County, and also a little bit of a spike there near New Pass showing up. Not much in South Sarasota County, so much better as far as the red tide goes. Let's hope it stays that way. Not guaranteed 100% that it's gone, but again, it is showing up just a little bit there right near New Pass, and we have some low concentrations now being reported, very low concentrations on Siesta Key. As far as the Van Wezel webcam goes, out on the Sarasota Bay near the Ringling Bridge, beautiful out there. A few fair weather cumulus clouds and very warm day today. Highs were near record breaking again, and we're starting to see some showers popping up along that sea breeze, which has developed now right near the immediate coast, so it's kind of pinned right there within a mile or two of the coast. Frontal boundary to the north is weakening. It will get an extra push on Thursday and cool us down just a little bit for the weekend, but temperatures will still stay above average for us on Thursday. There's those showers I mentioned near Fort Myers, near Charlotte Harbor, Punta Gorda, all the way to South Venice, just north of Inglewood. That's a pretty heavy shower right there. Starting to see some popping up near Osprey and right along near Nokomis, that activity moving to the west. We'll see others start to dot the coast. west of I-75 into North Sarasota County and Manatee County. They'll be scattered, and it looks like they'll push through relatively quickly with an east to southeast wind. It will kind of wear down that sea breeze that has developed and move off into the Gulf. Well, our forecast through this evening calling for warm temperatures even at 11 o'clock. It'll still be 80 degrees out there, and the Futurecast will show this frontal boundary slowly moving off to the south and west on Thursday. With it, not much rainfall, but we'll still see a few spotty showers like we're seeing today. And then that happens on the Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening. The front gets hung up and then eventually fades away right over the top of us, but enough cool air will move on in, I think, on into Friday and into Saturday. Temperatures will be back down into the upper 80s as opposed to low 90s. Not much of a break there. Tomorrow, upper 80s to near 90 degrees with a heat index up near 100 with a chance for a few passing showers late in the day. That's the forecast. The temperature forecast calling for lows to start things off tomorrow morning into the mid to upper 70s. And as I said, we'll warm up into the upper 80s to low 90s. Still quite a bit of dry air around in the upper levels anyway. So the showers that are popping up aren't going to be all that intense and more than likely won't generate much lightning. There could be a few bolts, but that'll be about it. As far as that tropical disturbance goes that we were watching earlier this week, it's now shifting off to the west, a lot of it going into the Pacific, but it's just a line now of low pressure, bringing some torrential rains to Mexico and also into South Texas. This is going to add some problems to the already soaked area of central Texas if some of that moisture works in that direction. Right now it's 91, feels like 100 degrees out there, and the humidity at 57%. Overall, there's that disturbance again moving off to the west. There's more rain along that stationary boundary right there in Texas where they're having significant problems with flooding. As far as the boating goes tomorrow, another nice day out there. A little bit of a west wind developing late in the afternoon, but generally northeast winds at 10 knots and seas will be running 1 to 2 feet. The extended forecast, then a chance for a few passing showers tomorrow afternoon. Same goes for Friday. Notice the temperatures slowly easing down. We'll take what we can get, right? Mid 80s on Saturday and Sunday, lows in the low 70s. That's fairly typical for this time of year. And then maybe even a few upper 60s to start things off on Monday and Tuesday as a stronger front starts to work in. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Let's check first alert traffic. We're seeing US 301 in Palmetto backed up at this hour, heading west just past the 41 interchange. And then 41, also some traffic as you head north in that area as well, but it clears up a little bit after that. Jacqueline?
Thanks, Scott. In health news tonight, an urgent health alert about a mysterious illness. It could start out like a common cold and then lead to paralysis. The CDC is out with new numbers confirming 62 cases across 22 different states, the vast majority of them involving children. ABC's Maggie Rulli has the latest on this mystery illness.
A mystery illness paralyzing children spreading across the country.
You know, your typical 2-year-old before this, she went in for an x-ray and couldn't hold her head up by herself anymore.
Doctors are baffled by acute flaccid myelitis, or AFM, a rare illness with polio-like symptoms that primarily strikes children.
It's different than anything else that I've come across in my career.
The CDC is taking the unusual step of warning the public after noticing spikes in AFM in 2014 and 2016. Now they say we could be seeing a similar outbreak with 62 confirmed cases in 22 states. The average age, just 4 years old.
Despite lots of investigation by CDC and its partners, we don't know where AFM comes from, and we don't know what's causing it.
Federal officials say while AFM is still rare, affecting about 1 in a million, its spread is so concerning they're urging parents to look for any sudden weakness in their children's arms or legs. Signs Zoe Buter's mom noticed in her 7-month-old daughter about 3 weeks ago. She says Zoe is doing better, but doctors haven't said if her baby is expected to make a full recovery.
She's a lot more mobile, a lot more active, still no strength in her arm.
Parents left waiting for answers, now urging other families to be on guard.
Your kid could just have a cold, but make sure of it.
Doctors say they still do not have an effective treatment for this disease, and the long-term effects remain unknown. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, New York.
A new study finds physical health and financial health are linked in ways that negatively affect people struggling with debt. A survey found that people struggling financially often experience more illness, depression, and social isolation. Researchers say people are more likely to talk about intimate relationship issues than to discuss their credit card debt. About 60% of people with credit cards carry some sort of balance, but they think the problem is unique to them because it isn't discussed publicly. Coming up, raging floodwaters wreak havoc across central Texas. A look at the near-record flooding that's prompting evacuations, rescues, and also claiming lives.
Rugs as Art. You know the name, you know the building, but do you know what's inside? Yes, Rugs as Art is Florida's #1 area rug superstore. But there is so much more. Amazing furniture, accessories, and art. All this and more. Come see for yourself. You'll love our personal touch and be pleasantly surprised by our affordable prices. Rugs as Art and more. There is so much more to explore.
Your last chance for 2018 Honda Civics on sale is now. During our model year-end sale, try new Civics for just $169 a month. You made Civic the best-selling compact car in America. And now get Civic, a KBB.com's best buy of the year for less than the competition. New Civics just $169 a month. Your last chance for Civics, all on sale this week at your local Honda dealer.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TruStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
When the call comes in, it's time to go to work. We'll respond first, but FBL is right there with us.
You really never know what you're going to pull up on. You don't know what type of call you're going to have. You don't know, once you get to that call, what you're going to encounter.
Whether it's a big storm, it could be a house fire, you must be ready at all times.
We're always happy to see FPL. It's pretty much a team effort. Everybody has a job to do.
We know we can count on them. They'll be there, and so will we.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV. Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Parkinson's disease is trying to slow us down, but we are strong because we are together. So let's go. Let's reach. Let's fight. Let's move. The Parkinson's Foundation is making life better for people with Parkinson's disease. And now it's time for you to join the movement. Moving Day is here, and we are counting on you. Sign up to walk because people who move change the world.
Massive floods swept through central Texas yesterday, causing a river to overflow its banks to rise to near record levels in about a day, leading to a bridge collapse, flooded homes, and evacuations. ABC's Clayton Sandell gives us a look at the dangerous conditions there.
Here in central Texas, the floodwaters are dropping, but they are not out of the woods yet. This is the Colorado River near Marble Falls, Texas, and you can see what it did here. The power of this water knocking over this large tree, carrying debris, even a boat here up against the wall. And you can see that the water level here was much higher. And the way you can tell is that on this house right here behind me, on that first floor there, you can see the dark line on the bricks. That is where the water level was just about 24 hours ago, and it has started to recede rather rapidly, but now reservoirs and lakes are filling up, so officials are having to open a bunch of the floodgates to relieve some of that water pressure. As I said, the water levels are dropping. That's a good sign, but the ground here is so saturated. You can see here just how saturated it is under my feet, that just a little bit of extra rain this water has nowhere to go, and it could trigger another flood emergency. So this is not over yet for Central Texas. Clayton Sandell for ABC News in Marble Falls, Texas.
And this is video from Texas Hill Country, just northwest of Austin, showing how powerful those floodwaters are. You can see the water gushing through the Lake Lyndon B. Johnson Dam. Heavy rainfall yesterday again caused flash flooding in many different areas.
A Texas bus driver is out of a job after he drove around a barricade and through a flooded low water crossing. That bus swept away into this creek. The rushing water dragged it several yards. The bus finally stopped when it was lodged against a tree. Rescue crews pulled the driver and a student from that bus. Luckily, that student was the only child on board.
There was a reminder that went out over the dispatch today, obviously with all the rain, but the situation, the driver decided to try to go through the low water crossing. Unfortunately, in this situation, the driver made a bad choice and decided to try to cross the road, and fortunately, everyone was safe.
The driver was charged with a felony count of child endangerment and 1 count of driving around a barricade. Coming up at 5:30, a new type of neighborhood watch is coming to the city of Northport. And at 5:33, what local agencies are doing to help the victims of Hurricane Michael. Plus, at 5:38, an update on a local contractor who took thousands of dollars in deposits from clients. We'll have a look at those stories straight ahead.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 15% on our premium finishes during the California Closets Autumn Upgrade event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
The body, it is a work of art and a powerful ally in the fight against cancer. A new approach called immunotherapy works by helping our immune system correctly identify and eradicate many types of cancer cells. Speak with your doctor and visit su2c.org/immunotherapy to learn more. Your body might just be your greatest hope.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
To be able to just get my son here and not think about how we will pay for it, it just takes so much weight off of my family. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 15% on our premium finishes during the California Closets Autumn Upgrade event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.